Hi, I'm Unique Model, aka Shantae Renee P for Positivity, and this is a channel for love and for healing. I want you to know that love begins with you. It absolutely does. Be the love you want to see manifest in your life and become. So this is the second video that I am recording to my trauma series. This bug keeps trying to get on me. I don't know what it is. Kind of looks like a, what is it? A ladybug, but it's not. It crawled on me earlier. I knocked it off and it's trying to come back. But anyway, so maybe something bugging you right now. And you're not sure if it's poisonous or not. But anywho, this is the second video to my trauma, to my healing series, talking about traumas, my personal experiences, things that I've actually experienced growing up and possibly through some adulthood issues. So last week I did start at the age of 3 from my earliest memories of what has happened. You can go back and look at that video if you would like, but this week I am starting, it is Tuesday, July 14th, and this week I am starting with, or going into things that my biological father, well, the only father that I've had, who wasn't a father, so I did have serious father wounds. In the midst of my mom getting better, and like I said, you can go back and look at that video if you would like. In the midst of my mom healing in her way and trying to take care of me and my brother, I'm saying now I'm going into where I was around the ages like between like 7 and 8, 6, between like maybe like 6 and 9. My father would do things in the house to make the house unlivable for us, or so that we couldn't do, or my mom couldn't do, you know, simple things to take care of us. I remember we had to eventually get kerosene heaters because my dad would tamper with the heat system in the winter. So we had like kerosene heaters throughout the house because it was cold. But he would do things like that because he is very knowledgeable in things of the house. So, you know, fixing things, taking apart things, he was very knowledgeable. But he would do things to mess with my mom, to mess with her mentality and her mental well-being. He would do things, and I was not really aware of it. I just knew he was doing things, to the point where he actually did something to the stove where my mom couldn't actually cook for us. So it was like he was forcing her out. So there goes rejection and abandonment wounds all together, not being able to have basic needs and necessities met because a person took it upon themselves who was supposed to be a caring individual, a loving individual for the people that you created and the person that you took vows with. He did those things. So stability has been a reoccurring thing for me, where you don't know when the other shoe is going to drop. Been asked to leave several places, and this is where I believe that initial wound started from. Someone who is supposed to actually care for you as a child, because as a child you are your parents or some adult who is a guardian or who's supposed to care for you. You are there, ultimately you are their responsibility, but that was not the case for us. It also went as to how deep, when they were in the midst, my parents were in the midst of getting divorced, my dad moved me out of my room. He had taken something from my mom and she put a hole in the door. After he moved me out of my room, he went to my room and I had to go in the room with my brother because he had bunk beds. So it was like I was always being moved around, and this literally still recurring theme as close as last week. So this has been a recurring thing for me. My stability has always been tested no matter where I am, but it's like I had to calm myself down and let myself know I am safe regardless of what is going on. So like I said, this is a reoccurring thing for me. This may be a reoccurring thing for some of you all. So after he moved me out of my room, my mom busted open the door because he had taken something from her. She did actually find it in his room. And he would do other things. Like, we came home one day after my mom had started back working. We came home one day and we couldn't get in the house because he had changed the locks. He had changed the locks. You are a person that has locked your wife, soon to be ex-wife, and your children out of the home that you had built. Because I actually remember when the house was built too. It was actually built in 1980 as well. So I was actually 3. I remember seeing the house built. So he locked us out. My mom took a brick and broke the front window. It was a big window. I remember the neighbor, who was a handyman, coming to board it up after we were able to get in the house. Police called. I think I'm probably about 8 around this time, because we left shortly after that. But it was just like, break through the window, something happened with the car, windshield smashed. So I saw a lot of violence as well growing up. And you know, when it gets to that point, it is time to leave. And that's what my mom ended up doing. She ended up leaving. But even in her leaving, my dad tried to control the situation, because he threatened her if she did not move in with my grandmother, then he was going to try to take custody of us. So that was something that she actually had shared with me as well. So I'm getting in her fight or flight situation, her trying to get away, her trying to stabilize her mental wellness. She also had the stress of this man that had vowed to love her and that helped to produce these kids, who was basically going at her. So I just wanted to share some of these things. These are some of the things that I have truly experienced within my lifetime. And it's amazing that I still can smile today. But you know, like I said, some things that happen to us actually happen for us, so that we could be stronger and know our worth, and not have it defined by what someone else is doing, or how they actually see us, or you know, how they portray us, because that's a them problem. That's not our problem. It's like, how do you see yourself? How do the people around you who truly love you, respect you, care for you, want to make sure you're good, want to make sure you're safe, and they're like, I see you. I see you. I don't just see the trauma that you've been through. I actually see you as a human being, a spiritual being, a light being, a being of love. And that is literally a wonderful thing. And that's actually what I'm actually experiencing now. And it's been a long time coming. As I saw 838 on the clock, that may be a sync. I'll look it up later. I know 8s are abundance, 3 it's like ascended masters, and you're being, you know, I'm hearing heavenly guided. So yes, those are some of the things that contribute to abandonment and rejection, and your feelings of being unworthy. I'm like I'm not worthy enough to have a stable home, the basic necessities, all because this person wants to act up. So that is all I'm going to share for this message. Sending you love and healing. I appreciate you. And then, you know, if you like the content I create, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to be doing at least one of these type videos at least once a week. I did say in the previous healing series video, I will not do these more than once a week, because it's a heavy topic. And then as I'm talking about these things, I am kind of like reliving it. It's coming back. It's not taking me down too much, but it is a heavy subject. So Yes, Cindy, you love and healing. I appreciate you. Make sure you appreciate yourself. And remember, happiness is homemade. Feed yourself some good shit. Mind, body, and spirit. Have a wonderful day. Bye.